everybody. We gather here today to celebrate the love of my parents. Celebrate the love of my parents, Kingston and Faith. Okay, so if I hit the point, happy anniversary. We're here to celebrate the love of Kingston. We're here to celebrate the love of Kingston and Faith, my parents. Yeah, man, can you stop following me?
Oh, but I go where you go.
See, 13 years ago, that would have been sweet. Now it's just fucking irksome. Okay. Happy anniversary.
I think somebody needs a diaper change.
Can you please stop? Look, I'm trying to think, man, and I can't think when you're talking.
Well, this mouth closes for no one.
Why are you doing this? I mean, for the past 2 days, you wouldn't shut up about this damn speech. You gotta write something. You gotta do it. You're their only son. It'll mean the world to them. All of that.
Nope, I never said it'd mean the world to them. I said it would be the best gift they could receive.
The exact wording is irrelevant. You kept pushing for me to write this stupid speech, and now you won't give me the time I need to do the shit. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be writing.
Hammy, you don't know what to write because you're not in a positive headspace. For the last 2 days, I've been trying to motivate you. And for the last 2 days, you've run away from every beam of light I have sent your way.
I'm sorry I can't receive your light. This house has already been trounced in darkness. Okay, let me see.
What is inside this house has nothing to do with what is inside of you.
Do you sit in front of a mirror and practice this shit? You can't be this mawkish naturally.
It's an art form.
Man. Okay. No. You know what? I know how to start this thing. Ready? All right, here we go. Happy anniversary to the parents I never wanted. Yeah, now we cooking with oil.
You were not gonna write that.
I won't?
No. You were not that much of an asshole, though you'd like to be.
You sure? I mean, I am a student of Kingston and Faith. The assholery runs deep.
Don't call them by their names. They are your parents.
They are people. People who I happen to live with for 18 years.
A grand simplification. Hammy, these people raised you. They gave you life. So I wouldn't balk if I were you. I mean, they paid for everything you ever needed. I mean, aren't they paying the grossly overpriced tuition for the distinguished university you left me for?
First of all, I didn't leave you. You're not my fucking girlfriend. Second, let's not pretend like raising me is something they did out of the kindness of their heart. They're supposed to do that. Man, I didn't ask to be here. If I had a choice, I would have happily remained nothing.
But then you wouldn't have had the honor of befriending me.
Lucky me. Yeah, man, I'm just gonna come back to this later, dude. That's if I decide to come back to it.
You will, because I won't leave you alone, and you know I won't.
So annoying.
Hammy, I am seeing a ripple of negativity all around you. The only thing that's gonna bring is more negativity, which is just unfavorable. You know what you need?
Fuck out of here.
No, come here, embrace me.
Nope.
What do you mean, nope? Hammy, you're vulnerable. You need my warmth.
I need your warmth? You don't even know what you're saying right now, do you?
I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm okay with that if you are. Come on, Hammy. I need you to embrace me. I'm not gonna beg.
Tuck, stop.
You know you want this to happen.
Oh, but I don't.
Oh, but you do. Look into these beautiful eye sockets. Let Tuck the sincere touch you.
What do you eat? Man, leave me alone, all right?
Hamilton Howard Young. See? You know I mean business when I pull out the full name. Okay. If you continue this disobedience,
This disobedience, comedy hour, man.
you will force me to hump you.
Tucker, you're not gonna hump me.
I won't. 5. 4.
Go ahead and count.
3. 2. 1.
Yo, all right, come on, man, chill. Uh-oh. He goes right, he goes left, hey, he spins, woo!
Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah.
All right, okay, man, stop, yo. Man.
All that resistance for what? That was nice.
So I have to say this. Tucker, in a world where notorious sexual predators disguised as American sweethearts are finally outed for their atrocities, you should not have been able to do what you just did.
What did I do?
You humped me against my will, and you wouldn't stop until I did what you wanted.
Wait, are you messing with me right now?
No, that's assault, man. I mean, if I were a girl, would you have done all of that? See, when it comes to the opposite sex, our inner voices kick in, right? There's someone up there that's telling us you can't force yourself onto a woman. You can't physically intimidate her into complying with your unmerited demands. Those who do go that route, what are they?
Scuzz buckets.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I was just having fun with you, but that's not right. You say you didn't want to hug, and I should have respected that.
Apology accepted. I just want to make it clear that no means no.
No, absolutely. Guys just... I mean, we like to play around. You know, no matter how deep our voices get or how much taller we grow, that perverted 10-year-old with unbounded energy is always gonna live inside of us.
Doesn't excuse anything.
No, it doesn't. I just want you to know I wasn't trying to make you feel uncomfortable.
Yes, you were.
Well, yeah, but, you know, it came from a place of levity.
Look, I'm not mad at you, okay? Quite frankly, you're the Randall to my Dante. I'm just letting you know this can't keep happening. I mean, you've done stuff like this to me before, and I put on a brave face, but I don't know how many more brave faces I have. And I know that, you know, guys do shit like this all the time with their guy friends, but sometimes the laughter is just the way to camouflage the agitation. And, of course, most guys aren't like me. They would never tell you how they're really feeling. Because guys don't get assaulted, as it's so ignorantly put.
I'm sorry, Hammy.
See? Now we can have a consensual hug. Bring it in. Hey.
That was a better hug anyway.
See how that works? Check it out.
Oh, snap. Vintage?
Yeah, I found it this morning.
See, I'm one of the few adults that made the transition from boy to man and still retain their cuteness. Wish I could say the same for you.
Man, I thought college was gonna mellow me out.
I thought so too. It's been, what, 2 years since I last saw you?
Something like that. Sorry for being away for so long. I put off coming back here until I thought I could handle it. I was hoping that finally showing my face would have signified a new beginning or, I don't know. But absence makes the heart grow colder, I guess. And I stepped in here, and it was just a resurgence of everything I wanted to forget. Just all this shit playing on an IMAX screen right now.
Now, hearing that kind of ticks me off. I mean, being back home can't be all gray skies. It used to be the Hammy and Tucker show around here.
Man, it still is. We just got renewed for a new season.
Yeah, and since I'm an audience favorite, my salary's gonna be higher this time around, all right?
Oh, now be careful. A greedy character is a character who can be replaced.
So you can't have the Hammy and Tucker show without the original Tucker? That's a recipe for early cancellation? Look at Blue's Clues.
They replaced Steve, and the magic was incinerated.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I mean, I still haven't seen Return to Halloween Town because I know Kimberly J. Brown isn't in it.
Oh. Oh. You cannot take the heart from a series or a franchise and expect it to still beat.
You know what's funny, though? At school, I actually did feel like a TV show character.
How so?
Like, you know how on TV, you establish the bromance and never the two shall part? Take the Wayans Bros, for example. You have Sean and Marlon, a duo we all love. It's rare that you see one without the other because their lives are so interlaced. That's how we were. So when I got to campus, I had to get used to the Hammy and No Tucker show. But how can I do that when I'm so used to looking over my right and seeing that goofy ass smile?
Hemi, you say I'm not a girlfriend, but it sounds like you missing me like a girlfriend. Ah!
I'd love to break it to you. I'm covered in that department.
I knew there was a glow, but we'll circle back to that. How's school been?
You asked me that already.
Yeah, and you gave me a very flat, it's fine. That's not how you answer the duck.
A million pardons. I don't know. College was hard to get used to. I mean, here I got my teachers on my ass, I got Kingston and Faith on my ass. But in college, there's no one checking up on you. Like, no one there to remind you to do your homework or study for that test. And if you don't show up to class, ain't nobody wondering where you were. It's like the only person rooting for you to succeed is you.
Adulthood irony. The one thing you hated in middle school and high school is the same thing you wish you had in college.
No, I'm gonna stop you right there. Now, I could definitely do without Kingston and Faith breathing down my neck. College's gift-wrapped independence is just something I had to get used to. Now, look, my first semester, that shit was rocky, but I pulled through. I don't know how I did it, but I did.
So let's talk about your candy girl.
Jonay?
Is that her name?
It is.
Well, can I see what she looks like, or?
Well, can I finish my bagel, or?
Nope. Impatience is a virtue.
All right. Hey, let me find it.
Well, hello, Miss Jonay. Those eyes.
She can get away with anything.
Are those real?
100%.
See, that is how you know you're breathtaking. When people question your natural features.
Oh, I was the same way. And I really got suspicious when she showed interest. Like, how can you be that attractive and genuinely enjoy my company?
Always selling yourself short.
Yeah.
She has a very ambiguous look.
Oh, check this out. So her mom is black and her dad is Chinese, Irish, Samoan, and black.
Moral of the story. Anything mixed with black will be gorgeous.
That's fair.
So, how did Hamilton and Jonay come to be? That was an overly audible sigh.
Yes, it was.
Do you not want to tell me? Did you meet online or something? I wouldn't care.
Oh, we didn't meet online. We met at a party.
And that's why you sighed like that.
Well, me and she didn't make the best first impression.
Why? Did she puke on you or something? Because I hate it when they do that.
No. Look, she used me, all right? Used me like dental floss.
How the hell did she do that?
Well, she saw her ex at the party with another girl, and so she came up to me and started dancing.
That's pretty low.
I mean, but she didn't lead me on or nothing. I mean, she told me what was going on.
Well, then I'm not even mad then. You were happily her dental floss.
I was having fun. I was nicely buzzed. Plus, I was already dancing, so letting her twerk on me was not really an inconvenience, you know?
I guess you don't mind being a checker piece, but I would have. That is how you get deported to a country known as the friend zone.
The friend zone is mythical. Listen, any guy who lets a girl turn him into the gunk under her shoe deserves to be splashed in hot grits. Look, if you see a girl is not interested, don't give yourself a false sense of hope. All right? Don't go dropping everything you got going on just to go listen to her talk about the guy she's actually into. You need to find you a girl who's going to love you as much as you love her.
So Jonay didn't friend zone you?
No. We danced for a few songs and went about our evenings. We bumped into each other that following week. She remembered me and she apologized for what she did. She blamed it on the alcohol.
They always do.
After that, we run into each other occasionally, and we were always friendly, you know? A smile there, a wave here, always friendly. One day, I was eating lunch in the dining hall. It was particularly crowded that day. I was eating by myself. She saw me. She needed a place to sit. I invited her over, and that was the day that the friendship became something else.
And she lights up your life?
She does. She also gives me hope to carry on. Dear Facebook, I'd like to personally thank you for reminding me of how stupid I used to look.
What makes this whole thing worse is that you knew you looked like a buffoon, yet you sagged your pants anyway.
Hey, you did it too.
I couldn't let the buffoon go stag.
And why is that even a fashion trend? Like, my pants are hanging off my ass. Don't I scream approachable?
Low pants are just easy access to the jackpot.
Never again, man. I ain't doing it. Belts are my savior.
Think about how limited you are. Like if some true fight or flight shit jumped off, what would you do?
Fall.
You know what I want to see, though? A cartoon where the characters age. A cartoon where the characters don't wear the same outfit every day.
But that'll take away from the entire point of a cartoon, which is to show a universe in which time and change don't occur.
But I feel like cartoons create a dishonest viewpoint on life.
Yeah, that's the very thing I love about cartoons. I can temporarily put a stop to adulting and watch an eternal sponge and his equally eternal nautical buddies. Did you know that the SpongeBob characters are based off the 7 Deadly Sins? There's a BuzzFeed article about it.
I don't even know the 7 deadly sins. What is it? Greed, lust, envy, and whatever else?
Gluttony, sloth, pride, and wrath.
So the one and only Mr. Krabs is a greedy son of a gun.
Correctamundo.
Sandy is... No, I know this. Pride.
Ah, that boy good.
Plankton will stop at nothing to get the secret Krabby Patty formula. Envious, is he?
Ooh, call him Jelly, cause he on a roll.
That comment lost you any right to make fun of the cheesy things I say.
My cheesiness is pre-planned. Yours is authentic.
You missed my cheesiness. I know you did.
No, you're right. I can say it.
All right, what's next? Wrath? I don't know who that is.
Yes, you do. Who is the one person who's always mad at everyone and everything?
Squidward. I should have known that. Does Squidward really hate SpongeBob and Friends, or is he just projecting the hate he has for himself for being born with a penis on his face?
One of life's most crucial questions. All right, seriously, you got 3 more. Sloth, lust, and gluttony.
What the hell is gluttony?
Excessive eating.
Patrick.
Nope.
But Patrick's a garbage disposal. If it's not Patrick, then it's not SpongeBob. Gary.
Yeah, that's like one of the running jokes. Don't forget to feed Gary. I mean, my guy eats like there's no tomorrow, man.
So then that leaves Patrick as Sloth.
Yep.
Then that means SpongeBob is lust, but SpongeBob isn't sexual, at least. Not explicitly.
Well, lust has more than one definition. It isn't just sexual excitement, it's excitement in general. And what's SpongeBob's motto?
I'm ready.
Exactly. He's ready for whatever's in store. He's ready to take life head on. We could all learn a thing or two from the spongy one. But seriously, man, why would you want to see a cartoon where the characters age?
I don't know. I guess as I age, I'm made more aware of how nothing is everlasting. And when I watch cartoons, I wish I was as indestructible as they are.
What's this? Has the positive pony lost its positivity?
No, I'm not sad about anything. I'm just giving a voice to my feelings. I never paid attention to change But now I do, and I can't not pay attention to it. And I'm not even referring to death. I just mean that over the course of our lives, our minds change, our bodies change, our interests change, our friends change. Honestly, I never thought we would be friends for as long as we were.
Why?
Friends outgrow each other.
Yeah, but some friendships are ironclad. Besides, how could I outgrow you when I signed a lifetime contract to star in the Hammy and Tucker show, huh?
That was authentic cheesiness.
Yeah, well, you're rubbing off on me. What can I say?
That shirt must be anti-aging, because I don't see any wrinkles.
Oh, no, I gotta put you on timeout for that one. Come on, 30 seconds. In the corner. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Anti-aging shirt. Come on, man. That's corny.
So you excited for tonight?
Do you want to go back in timeout? And I'm only going to this because you talked me into this shit and you know it.
Hammy, this is your first time back home, and it's been 2 years. Man, having dinner with your parents won't kill you.
You really think this is gonna be a genial evening? And I guess you don't know my parents as well as I thought you did.
Hammy, you want to keep everything in front of you when it should be behind you. If they want to make an effort, why can't you?
Because a few days of tenderness doesn't make up for the years of... Tuck, my parents are fake. $3 bill fake. I'm gonna go to dinner, and they're gonna act like it's the best night of their lives because they don't want to deal with the shit that still keeps me up at night. I mean, I haven't been back here in 2 years. That's pretty damn alarming, right? Why do you think I'm always saying no to their little outings? I don't want to be alone with those people.
Those people?
Those people.
I'm not telling you to forget about what happened. I'm just saying, look at the now. They're happy to see you back home. They want you at their anniversary party. Let them start over.
I'm going to dinner with them. What more do you want from me, huh? I could have just ditched them again. I would have been perfectly fine with that. But no, I'm going to go even though I really don't want to. I'm going to sit there and eat my food. But I can't promise anything more than that. Man, I ironed my shirt for them. I ain't have to do that.
Well, the good deeds aren't done yet. You still have a speech to write. The party is tomorrow.
I don't even want to write this stupid speech.
Then you shouldn't have said yes.
I didn't say yes. I said I guess.
Which is another word for yes.
I guess.
So when did you start wearing burgundy?
I like burgundy.
No. You didn't always like burgundy. Your favorite color was orange and nothing else. You'd wear other colors, but not burgundy. You said it was too similar to purple, another color you strongly dislike.
Joe Nay thinks I look good in burgundy.
Joe Nay. I knew there was something behind that. But see, this is what I was saying, we change. I never thought burgundy would be part of the Hamilton Fall collection.
Well, Joe Nay thinks I look good in it, so I gotta, keep her happy.
Have you told her about me?
Never came up.
Never came up. I've known you since we were 6.
I know. It's just... Look, you are a reflection of my life before college. And while I wouldn't trade any of the time we spent together, I prefer to talk about my home life as little as possible. Because with every good memory, you can finish the rest.
I know how you're feeling. But no amount of anger is gonna change anything that happened, so why are you letting it mess with you like this?
You are really in their corner. Why? They hated you.
I know. But sometimes you gotta balance out the hate with a little love.
I'm gonna sprinkle some of that cheese on my pizza.
You are wrong, and I need you to know how wrong you are.
I'm not wrong. Hancock will win easily.
Against Luke Cage.
Yes, fuck Luke Cage. Hancock is a god.
No, Hancock was created, which means he's not a god.
Well, he's still a superior being, okay? Now look, Luke Cage will put up one hell of a fight, I'll give him that. But in the end, Hancock will see to it that Luke Cage would not get back up again.
Luke Cage would always get back up. He is indestructible.
And Hancock is immortal. What you saying?
Isn't that the same thing as indestructible?
Yeah.
So then there's no point to this argument, because if they're both unbreakable, no one would be the victor.
That's true. You right.
Do you have a tapeworm or something? You just ate.
Well, I didn't realize the kitchen had a food limit. I wanted a damn muffin.
I'm just saying, you're gonna keep eating food and then you won't have any room for dinner.
Golly, you're right, Father Tucker.
I prefer Mother Tucker.
You know, I think people should be fined for laughing at their own jokes. I mean, comedy is supposed to reach the masses. If your joke falls flat, you shouldn't be able to save it with your own laughter. You deserve every aching moment of silence you get.
Oh, comedy is not comedy if the creator can't laugh at their own material.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not even a joke that makes the audience laugh. It's the comedian's goofy giggle that reaps a comical response.
And that is the best part. I love seeing comedians laugh at their own jokes because it shows how much fun they're having.
I'm just saying, if your laugh's funnier than your joke, Houston, we got a problem.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Just went down the wrong pipe.
You say you don't want to be babied, but you keep giving me an in. Don't. Talk with your mouth full.
That's what Jonay tells me.
Well, you should listen to her.
What a way to go out. I mean, you eat to survive, but you're killed by the very thing you're using for nutriment.
So what do you like about her?
Who? Jonay?
Yeah, I mean, this is your love bug, right?
Well, I wouldn't use those words. I'd actually never use those words. But, yeah, she's special.
What's so special about her? That sounded hatery. I'm just asking. I want to see what you see.
And can't I just feel without having to describe how I'm feeling?
Of course not. Feelings are meant to be shared.
You can't even say that with a straight face. Look, I don't know. I like her, you know? I mean, have you seen her? She's the mighty Aphrodite.
Okay, I was looking for something not related to her physical appearance.
You're putting me on the spot. What do you want me to say?
I didn't think I had to break it down for you. How about not thinking about her in terms of her body?
I don't. She has a very great sense of style. Yes, that's what I like about her. I've never seen her in a color that she doesn't look good in.
You're still talking about her looks.
I wish more people thought like you. I really do. But the reality is, looks matter. At least they do for guys.
This is what you think?
This is what I know. Look, girls can have ugly boyfriends, ugly husbands. I'm talking blobfish looking motherfuckers. And it'll be all fruits and rainbows. Guys can't do that. Not without being bitched out. Why do you think so many guys don't want to claim their girlfriends with disagreeable faces? The only way you can avoid getting flamed for having an ugly girl is if she got the type of body that makes you forget about her face.
You are too astute to be talking like this. Your name is Hamilton.
I know. I'm just trying to give you some perspective. Look, I know this is no way to talk. I know this is no way to think. But I still fall victim to putting women's looks over their more worthwhile attributes. I mean, why do you think I let Jonay use me in the first place? She was looking good as hell that night.
Okay, that's all well and swell, but seeing as how you've been together for how long now?
About 5 months.
About 5 months. You can't hide behind her pretty face. What is it about her that makes you enjoy being together? It should not take this long.
You can't put me on the spot and expect a how do I love these soliloquy? Damn!
Haven't you even said the L word yet?
Lasagna?
Hammy.
Look, we don't have to say it, all right? We know how we feel, man.
What's her favorite color?
You don't think I know?
Never said that.
It's gray. But I think it's yellow. Yellow.
When is her birthday?
October.
But you don't know the date?
I do. I just sometimes get it mixed up, that's all.
So when is it?
I'm not playing 21 questions, Tuck.
About 5 months together, and you don't know her birthday. You are a boyfriending fail. Man, can you tell me your last name?
Sarvis.
Are you sure?
If you and Jonay ever went on one of those how well do you know your significant other game shows, you'd have got booed out of the competition and I'd be right there booing with everybody else.
Look, it doesn't matter how well we know each other, all right? What matters is how we connect. What matters is how much fun we have together. What matters is
How pretty she is.
Tucker, you know you would be on cloud 9 if you had a dime on your arm.
I don't care about the big booty or the cute face and makeup. I want to kiss the face without the makeup. I want to know the brain underneath the long wavy hair.
Think about walking down the street. Beauty on your left. Every guy you walk past wants to be you. Every girl, jealousy to the brim.
Why does it matter what everyone else thinks? They are not the ones in the relationship.
You only saying that because you never dealt with a stone cold fox.
A stone cold fox. Did we suddenly teleport to 1978?
Man, you know what I'm saying. The girl is America's Next Top Model bag. Everyone who sees her is dumbfounded by how fine she is. Man, I got guys coming up to me on campus shaking my hand, Tuck. Like, how did you get a girl like Jonay?
You talk about her like she's a prized trout.
She is. And I pulled her in all by my lonesome, baby.
You know what I haven't seen in a while?
What?
The Zimmy Zam dance.
Oh no, I have permanently resigned from doing the Zimmy Zam dance.
But you used to do it all the time.
Which is why I have permanently resigned from doing the Zimmy Zam dance. Look, once upon a time, I didn't care how stupid I looked to those around me. No longer.
But that is the Hamilton that needs to make a cameo.
No, that Hamilton has been buried alive.
Well, I think an excavation is in order. Come on, it's been 2 years. You owe me the Zimmy Zam dance.
I don't owe you anything.
But I'm Tucker.
And I'm Hamilton. Nice to meet you. Now, come on, don't leave me hanging.
Hey, listen. If I would have known how classic the Zimmy Zam dance would have been, I would have recorded it for my Hamilton vault for every time I needed my fix. I don't have that, so the only option is a passionate recreation.
Permanently resigned. Burn that in your head.
Okay, what if I win my right to see the Zimmy Zam dance?
How would you do that?
I don't know, make me do something.
All right. If you want me to forfeit my rectitude, you must say every country in Africa in 15 seconds.
That's... Okay.
Okay?
Game on.
Silly, silly wabbit. All right. Your time starts now.
Every country in Africa.
What the hell is that?
You said say every country in Africa, not name every country in Africa.
Swindle.
That's what happens when you're not specific.
You really gonna make me do this stupid dance?
The Zimmy Zam dance has raised me up so that I could stand on mountains. I need you to realize that.
Get it on the damn floor. Yeah, get it on the damn floor. Yeah, hold up. Party all night, huh? Bad ones in the spot with the price, huh? Having fun, slippy with the ice on. Chain look like a nigga turn the lights on. I'm a young icon, smoking loud. Is the mic on? Get loud. If you be getting sight on, go wow. Get it, Zimmy Zam, y'all. Yeah, even just a light one. Time to work all night till the night gone. All my niggas in the spot. If we be trying to bob with a pretty young thing, that's Prego. Hold up. Baby got the sauce. She could be the breadwinner. She could be the boss.
Encore! Encore!
Hey, only if you do it with me.
I thought you'd never ask, sweet cheeks.
Get it, Zimmy Zam, y'all. Got the bartender on call. Whole first round on y'all. Only hang with niggas that's solid. Zimmy Zam. Got a good time on call. Ain't nobody bringing us down. Everybody here get down. Everybody here get down. Get it, Zimmy Zam, y'all. Young with the flavor.
You know what annihilated my soul? None of my friends have heard of Taina.
If you excuse me, I'm gonna go cry in a corner.
I couldn't believe it. At first, I thought maybe it was a temporary blank, so I gave them a Taina synopsis, and they still didn't know what I was talking about.
How do you forget Taina, the talented young woman that couldn't wait to see her name in lights?
I showed them 3 episodes, and they were dead-faced the entire time.
You don't know pain until you know the feeling of showing someone a video you love only to have them stare at the screen blankly, not even trying to hide how unamused they are.
It cuts like a machete.
I remember all those letters you wrote to Nickelodeon trying to get them to bring Taina back.
Yo, I don't think there's anyone more confident than a child under the age of 10. I mean, 6-year-old me really thought that my poorly written letter had enough power to affect a major network's television lineup.
But I think what's funnier is that you didn't even write an address. You just wrote Nickelodeon in all caps, no stamp, no return address. You were something else, Lieutenant.
You know, I'm glad we can still watch Taina episodes online, but it'll always be bittersweet. I mean, that show should never have been canceled. It was popular, a majority of the cast were people of color. It was just all around fun.
Didn't they cancel it because they said it only appealed to girls?
That is eyewash. You got 2 non-female fans right here.
Even though it's been about 16 years, the twinge is still fresh. I think true closure can only come from a Taina eulogy. Let us bow our heads. Taina! You were a TV show like no other.
Yes.
A zesty comedy, you were. Yes. A wholesome comedy, you were. You taught us that no strength can compare to the strength one feels in the presence of friends and family.
Yes, Lord.
You showed us that a young woman with talent, drive, and smarts can run the world.
No, I can't wait to see my...
Taina, you were one of the best shows to come out of the Nickelodeon camp, and you were canceled after a measly 2 seasons, only to be completely rehashed and called victorious.
Get him, Tuck.
Taina, you will never be forgotten.
Never.
I hope you are having the time of your life in sitcom heaven.
Yes.
Love, Tuck, and Hammy.
That was silky.
There is only one way to conclude this. We need to watch some Taina.
You had me at Taina.
Hey.
If there's one thing I can do without when it comes to the internet, it's these online commercials.
I could do without the spam or the snuff films, too.
Yeah, well, of course, but you know what I'm saying. We go online to avoid the commercials that run amok on our televisions, but now the internet does the exact same thing. Even YouTube. That was created so that regular people like you and me could watch and share videos with like minds. Now it's all commercialized. I can't even watch a video of a dancing baby without having to sit through a minute of mandatory promotions. And you can't even skip the ads anymore.
I'd have a better attitude if there was some variety, but instead they play the same 2 or 3 ads back to back to back. It just makes me want to get in a plane and fly it right into the sun.
Hello? Oh, I don't know. No, blue's fine. No, I mean, black or blue is fine. Yeah, okay. Okay. Bye.
Who's that?
Faith.
You mean your mom?
She's buying me a Mallrats shirt.
I see you can barely hide your excitement. You love Kevin Smith.
So, I can buy my own Mallrats shirt.
Bet she is thinking of you.
She's not doing this for me. She's doing this for herself.
Oh, if she wants to do something nice, let her.
I am. Did I fight her? No.
You didn't thank her either.
Are you going to keep doing this?
Doing what? Are you gonna finish the video?
You know you can come in, right? Hammy, how do you come home and not step foot in the room you grew up in?
Don't ask a question you already know the answer to.
You will not let anything go.
And why should I?
They are not the same people.
They'll always be the same people. It don't matter how big they smile at me, how tight they hug me, how many fucking shirts they buy me. I'll always see what they don't want me to see. You know how many times I lock myself in this room? Tuck, I love your positivity, but I just can't forgive because you tell me to. This isn't one mistake. This is years of mistakes. Would you lock your child in the car for 6 hours? Answer me, man.
No.
So why is it okay for her to do it? I was 8 years old.
It wasn't okay.
All right then. So here's the weekend update. None of this shit is water under the bridge. Now I know I might have been unruly that day. What 8-year-old isn't, right? But no one can tell me I deserve that. She took me to the garage, threw me in the car, locked it, went inside and turned the lights out. I had to go to the bathroom. But of course I had no way out, so I peed on myself. When Faith came outside and saw what I did, she beat the shit out of me. She made me clean the entire back seat. When I finally went back inside, she was sitting in the living room watching TV. Didn't even say a word to me. This is why I won't step foot in here. This is why I'd much rather sleep on a couch downstairs. You remember when I busted my head? I had to go around telling everybody I hurt myself roller skating. I couldn't tell them that I kept getting those math problems wrong and Faith thought slamming my head into the table was a rational response. In Kingston, he ain't no better. He just sat there. Well, no. He cleaned up the blood. I came back up here after I left the hospital, and I cried so hard I had to sleep on a wet pillow. So if you want to have a party in here, have a blast.
You don't even like football.
I don't, but I'd give my life savings to watch a football game between the DC and Marvel superheroes, if for no other reason than to prove to you that Marvel would pulverize DC.
Okay, just because Marvel movies have a better track record, that doesn't make the DC heroes themselves shoddy.
All right, give me Yolanda.
Well, Superman can do everything. We already know that. But I'd make him my QB. Flash will be my running back. Shazam will be my fullback. Cyborg will be my tight end. And we'll make Wonder Woman my wide receiver.
That's a cute little team. But I have some heavy hitters of my own. I'm going Thor for QB.
You think Thor can take Superman?
Thor's a god.
Superman is an alien with godly abilities.
Quicksilver is my running back. The Hulk is my fullback. The Thing is my tight end. And Spidey's my wide receiver. I mean, you got a little brawn on your team. But I got brawn and athleticism.
Get over yourself. Superman can take all 5 of them and be at home on time for dinner with Martha.
Martha. Martha!
I wish I had superpowers.
I feel like that's a universal wish. What superpowers would you have?
It's a tie between heat vision and super strength, but I think I'm gonna go with super strength.
I'd have mind control. That way I can make anyone do whatever I wanted. Like I'd make sure that Kingston and Faith treated me like I meant something. If only, right?
Yeah.
Man, I never told you this, but I'm really happy I had you in my corner.
I'm happy to be there, man. Nobody should ever have to experience that, especially not a kid.
I couldn't even tell on them. They were so good at parading around town like the faultless youngs, I didn't think anybody would ever believe me. And I know I probably should have said something anyway, but I still don't know why this anniversary party is even necessary. Like all these friends they can't wait to celebrate with, they don't even like them. This life they always wanted, they don't even want it. Kingston didn't even want to marry Faith.
He told you that?
He did. Very simply. I mean, you saw Kingston. When he wasn't with Faith, he was a different person. And I'm not trying to go easy on him. He's still a piss poor parent. But I definitely preferred him over Faith. He told me one time, I guess he was trying to make peace or whatever, but he told me that he never really wanted to marry Faith. The girl he really wanted left him for another woman. Kingston didn't want to be alone. That was his big thing. So he started dating around until he decided to stick it out with Faith. I also learned that was an accident. Did I tell you that? Yeah. Kingston said he and Faith never really wanted kids. And because he looked at her more like an accessory, I know I wasn't conceived from love. Plus, not too many people wait 15 years to have their first kid.
Look, despite the state of affairs, the birth of a child is always a gift. Your parents weren't looking to have a family, but they had you anyway.
I wish they hadn't.
How tall is Jonay?
Why?
She just looked really tall in the photo you showed me.
She's 6 feet exactly.
Got you a tall one. Wait. What happened to no tall girls?
Well, that was high school Hamilton. College Hamilton is much more forward thinking.
Yeah. Pretty face or you're a disgrace. Really forward thinking.
Man, some betterment is better than no betterment. If I would have met Jonay pre-college, I wouldn't have talked to her.
What was your gripe against tall girls? You never told me.
I just felt like a tall girl with a short guy was very disproportionate. Like having a second toe that was bigger than your big toe. It just doesn't look right.
That's actually called Morton's toe, and it's very common.
Well, not to me. But again, this is how I used to think. And I wasn't even trying to make it a battle of the sexes. The woman could be smarter and more successful than her boyfriend or husband, but he still had to be taller. It made me uncomfortable. So uncomfortable seeing a short guy with a tall woman. It was like seeing a mother with her child go for a walk. But I've since revamped my line of thinking.
I'm delighted to know you've seen the error of your ways. But now, we just gotta get you to pick personality over physique.
I can see you're never gonna move on from this.
No.
So since you're dying to hear some from the heart, what a nice guy type shit, I like Jonay because she's tenacious. She's sharp as a fucking samurai sword. And she has a sense of self so strong, it's hard to see her as anything other than a leader. And that's real. With a capital R.
That's my hammy. Good to see you again.
Tucker. If we were talking visual style, that would go to Tarantino. Kevin Smith will be the first to mock his own directorial eye. But when it comes to writing, Kev is much better, man. His dialogue is RAS, realistic as shit.
Kev. I love how you and a man you have never met are on a nickname basis. Look, Kevin Smith's dialogue may be plenty of things. Funny, raunchy, overlong, touching, but never would I call it realistic.
And Tarantino's is? Look, I don't know a lot of hitmen, but I doubt a conversation about royales with cheese before blowing some brains out is true to life.
Well, like you said, you don't know any hitmen, so you don't know what the hell they talk about.
Listen, I think what Tarantino does is create superficially realistic dialogue. Upon first listen, you're bewitched by what sounds like real people talking. But the more you listen, the more you realize you're not listening to real people. You're listening to well-crafted dialogue written by someone who loves to hear themselves talk.
If anyone loves to hear themselves talk, it's Kevin Smith.
But you know what else, though? I watch Clerks and Chasing Amy, and I see characters I'd hang out with if they were real. I hear conversations I have with my friends. I know what it's like to slack off. I know what it's like to spend an ungodly amount of time with your best friend. You're the Randall to my Dante. I did say that.
Oh, after my heart, you are. Look, I am just saying, I'd watch Tarantino characters sit in a room and watch paint dry if it meant they'd kill time with some incredible exchanges. Look at any budding writer-director and tell me they're not trying to sound like Tarantino.
And if they're not trying to sound like Tarantino, they're trying to sound like Kevin Smith. Man, who am I kidding? They're both fucking brilliant. Kevin Smith is better, though.
I think you meant to say Tarantino.
Kevin Smith.
Tarantino.
Kevin Smith. At least he doesn't have an N-word fetish.
Freedom of speech, Blackberry. Oh, although that dead nigger storage bit, very cringy. Actually, the cringiness increases each time I rewatch Pulp Fiction.
How did Jules let that slide?
I couldn't do that. See, what Tarantino failed to realize is that dead nigger storage will never sound informal coming out of a white guy's mouth.
Oh no, it's just fucking racist. We just sitting here talking about how Kevin Smith and Tarantino love to hear themselves talk, but look at us. We can't shut the fuck up for nothing.
No, you cannot shut the fuck up for nothing. God. Look, I'm gonna step on the hoverboard of honesty right now. If the Hammy and Tucker show were a real TV show, I wouldn't watch.
I watch it, but only to make fun of how pretentious it is.
I'm sorry, can we slide backwards for a second? You wrote an essay comparing your mom to one of Shakespeare's greatest villains.
Yeah. Now, Kingston and Faith weren't full-on murderers, but as far as villains go, the pants fit. Kingston took pride in being the man of the house, and Faith was the fly in his ear. Remember that time I had to sit there and drink that cup of detergent? I don't even remember what I did. I think I lied about something, I don't know. And Kingston wore me out with the belt already, but Faith had to get involved. Just like Lady Macbeth would get involved with Macbeth's affairs. And she'd always take it 3 steps too far. I mean, you were there. I'd get punished twice as hard just because Faith had to have the last word. After a while, Kingston didn't even bother with the punishments. He just left them all to her. In my conclusion, I talked about how the main difference between Lady Macbeth and Faith was that Lady Macbeth actually felt guilty after a while. Even Kingston showed some contrition. He never said, "Hamilton, I'm sorry," but he did say that if he could press a redo button, he would have. Faith just... Once I graduated high school, I guess she just got tired of killing my spirit. She probably figured since I graduated and got into a good college that I wasn't as worthless as she thought. But rather than acknowledge the bad, she just never brought it up. Out of sight, out of mind.
Maybe this new attitude and new generosity is an apology in and of itself.
But I don't need her generosity. I need her to apologize and mean it. But that'll never happen. While I was at school, I had a few conversations with her on the phone. And I tried to bring up the past, but it was like I was speaking a different language. I've even tried to talk to her since I've been here. But she either changes the subject or throws some money at me.
She's guilty. She wouldn't know what to say even if you did have a sit-down talk about everything.
We could figure that out as we go. She won't even make an effort. And that's why I can't wait to get out of here.
When did calling girls guys become the standard?
What do you mean?
Like, say you see a group of your girlfriends in the hallway. What do you say? What's up, guys?
Oh yeah, I've done that.
Why, though? Why call them guys if they're girls?
Just a habit, I guess. But I mean, when you use guys in that way, it doesn't mean actual males. It's a unisex type.
But you wouldn't go up to a group of your guy friends and say, "What's up, ladies?" Unless you were trying to emasculate them. But you never say ladies earnestly.
No.
It's like you showed me earlier. Guys can be molested and made uncomfortable by physical gestures. So why can't those same guys have enough deference to recognize women as women? It'd be one thing if the words guys and ladies were used indistinguishably, but that's not what's going on.
I'm gonna try to stop doing that. Thank you.
You know what we haven't done in a long time?
What?
Think about it. Take a second.
Ding!
So you ready to graduate?
I'm ready to say I made it through college, but I'm not ready to adult full time.
You are.
Says you.
No. I mean, unlike some people who live their lives as if being an adult is some horrid curse, there's this brightness about you. And you probably don't let it show as much as you could, or should, but it's there. And I think it's gonna make you a kick-ass teacher. Like, so unforgettable that you'll be thanked in someone's Nobel Peace Prize speech.
But my biggest... What if there's someone like me? Some kid living in a nightmare house but doesn't want to tell anyone. What if they hurt in places I can't see? By God's grace, I'm still true and living, but what if one of my kids isn't so lucky?
Your fears are understandable, but you can't let something that hasn't happened yet, if it even will happen, stop you from becoming the teacher that people write songs about. Mr. Young shines like the sun, a man we love, a man of fun. You know, it needs some work.
It's a lot of work.
Okay. If there's one thing that keeps me up at night, it's the question of why dogs hate mailmen.
Maybe it's an ancient grudge, like the Montagues and the Capulets.
I mean, I know dogs are territorial. They see a strange person coming up to their front door, they don't like it. But with unfamiliar faces that aren't mailmen, the barking and the aggression die down. But with mailmen, it's just hate to the 10th power.
But I think those other unfamiliar faces, they're not popping up every day. Maybe the dog feels taunted. Like, who is this person in blue having their way with my mailbox? I'd be jittery too.
Or what if it's not even jitters? It's just a compulsive thing, like, I've been predatorily barking at you all this time, might as well keep going. Hey, tell me more about that Matt James thing.
Oh, yeah. So I think this fan wouldn't leave him alone, so he snapped and broke the lady's phone.
I can't see Matt James doing that. He's so happy-go-lucky.
Yeah, everyone has a breaking point.
So what's gonna happen?
Well, I know he has to go to court, but what are they gonna do to a movie star? He's gonna get charged with a misdemeanor and buy the lady a new phone.
He could buy like 50 phones.
All with insurance. Oh, but I was reading online and people are tearing him up. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. It was just a stupid autograph. Get over yourself.
I mean, he should just sign the autograph.
Why?
Because the fans did make him. Their butts are in the seats. Their money paid for his 12 cars. It takes all but 3 seconds to put a smile on and sign some shit.
But he doesn't owe anyone his autograph. His rep said he's been having family issues and he hasn't been in the friendliest of moods.
I'm very sorry to hear that, but what does that have to do with respecting your fans?
Well, if you're going through shit, you can't just perk up and take a selfie with strangers.
He's an actor. I'm sure he doesn't feel like going to set every day, but he perks up for that.
That's different. He's under contract and he's getting paid.
I just think celebrities shouldn't take their anger out on their fans. If the customer's always right, so is the fan.
But you don't even know the situation. What if the woman was being pushy? If someone's already in a bad mood, you can't poke the bear and not expect to have a piece of your leg ripped off.
But it's like this. Look at college tour guides. I'm sure they get asked the exact same question 3,500 times a day. But the pedestrians don't know that. Therefore, they don't deserve a peevish response. I'm sure this fan had no idea what Matt James is going through, and I'm sure people pester him for autographs all the time. But what does that have to do with the lady?
Look, he definitely didn't need to damage her property, but he's only human. He messes up just like we mess up.
Oh my God. If you were being paid $10 million after taxes to stand in front of a camera and rattle off some lines, you are not human just like us.
Lucky Charms are not the greatest cereal in creation.
Then what is? And if you say Cheerios, so help me God.
I was not gonna say Cheerios, I was gonna say Honey Nut Cheerios.
Man, that's an old people cereal. You might as well have said Raisin Bran.
You were not gonna make me feel like an oddball for liking a healthier cereal.
Healthy my foot. Honey Nut Cheerios and Lucky Charms have the same amount of sugariness. You just as confused as those old people who think Honey Nut Cheerios is gonna help them lower their cholesterol. Man, not in this lifetime.
If you noticed, I said healthier, not healthy.
You used to make me so mad, man. I'd have my bowl of Lucky Charms, and you'd be in the corner with those damn Honey Nut Cheerios.
I have never eaten cereal in a corner. That is a false report. Also, Honey Nut Cheerios is America's best-selling cereal.
Hogwash. Now, I'll admit, I don't eat the Charms as much as I used to, but when I do, I feel on top of the world.
I remember walking down the cereal aisle at Smart & Final not too long ago, and I was horrified at what I was seeing. The cereal mascots looked like junkies. I would never let my kids eat cereal recommended by freaks like that. Are you serious? They're after me Lucky Charms is just slang for they're after me LSD.
They were not druggies.
They were addicts, and they were trying to pass that addiction on to the little whippersnappers.
Look, I can't say anything bad about sugary cereals or the sugary cereal representatives that became the zeitgeist of childhood goodies. But what I did have a problem with, like a huge problem, were those damn Fruit Gusher commercials. You remember those?
Yeah. You eat a Fruit Gusher, and then your head turns into a giant piece of fruit.
Yep.
Oh, I tried damn hard to forget those commercials, but they're just parked right here.
I didn't get the marketing justification behind that. Like, even as a child, I didn't see anything desirable about having a giant strawberry for a head.
And then there's the unanswered question of what happens to those kids in life. Do their heads stay disfigured? Do they now have to adapt to having an enormous blueberry where their face once was? How do their friends and family react? How do they fit into t-shirts?
You need to get yourself together.
One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your mom again?
No.
Your dad? Who is it?
Jonay.
Jonay calls and you're not racing to pick up the phone?
I can talk to her later.
Why don't you want to talk to her?
Tuck. I'll do the Zimmy Zam dance if we can stop talking about this.
We've already done the Zimmy Zam dance. I don't want the audience to say it's overkill. Come on.
Tuck!
Wait a minute. All day you've been talking about how fantastic Jonay is, and now you don't want to talk to her. Do you want me to follow you around the whole house? Because I will.
I haven't spoken to Jonay in 2 weeks.
Why?
Because her ex is back in the picture.
What?
He wants to get back together, and so does she. She told me she needed time to figure things out with him, but I know they're going to get back together. I know that's why she's calling, and I don't want to listen to that.
I thought you two were good.
Me and Jonay are. She just needed someone to get her mind off her ex, and I was her guy.
Fuck her.
No, she never made any promises. Look, I knew this wouldn't be permanent.
So were you two friends with benefits?
I don't know what I was to her, but I know what she was to me. Look, I'm just happy I could say she's somebody I used to see.
Hammy, I don't care if she was molded from the clouds of heaven. You cannot let her treat you like this.
It's kind of too late. But it wasn't like I was in a friend zone. I mean, we had sex, we hung out, people knew she was my girl.
But she wasn't. She used you and you put up with it.
She's calling again.
Just answer it. So your arm.
What about it?
I was waiting for you to say something.
What do you want me to say?
So you're still doing it.
This is the first time I did it in a long time. It was after Jonay ghosted me. The only person I wanted to talk to was you. But since you weren't there, I don't know, I had another coping strategy.
I would have been there if you needed me.
You've gotten me through enough afflictions. You shouldn't have to be on speed dial every time shit goes south.
Why not? I'll help you more than a fucking razor.
Look, it's not like I'm slicing my wrists open. It's just a little nick. But I'd rather think about the pain in my arm than think about Jonay rolling around in the sand with her ex. I wasn't even a rebound. I was the towel you use before the game even starts.
Why'd you even do that to yourself?
Because I liked her.
You didn't like her. You liked what she represented. Forbidden fruit. The girl you always pined for in high school. The girl you always walked past in the hallway just hoping she'd make eye contact with you, even if it was accidental. The girl you always saw run off with the chumps and never realized how good they had it.
Well, history's repeating itself. Because she just ran off with the chump that never realized how good he had it. Tuck, I know I shouldn't have messed around with her. But I guess I was hoping we'd spend enough time together and she'd see I was the better choice.
Hammy, I know you're not feeling so hot, but you didn't lose a girlfriend. You lost a pipe dream. Jonay could suck a cactus.
Jonay can suck a cactus.
Holla if you hear me.
Jonay can suck a cactus! Well, her cute ass. I like that.
Hey. What are you thinking about?
Before you go opening your flat, I'm still sleeping downstairs. But I don't know, I guess I'm trying to think more like you. I felt like shit in here, but this was also a place where I could come to get away from Kingston and Faith. A place where we could be kids.
Not that I'm complaining, but what sparked this?
I don't know.
You don't? Horrible answer. You call that a character arc?
If you went to a fortune teller and she told you she knew when and how you die, would you let her tell you?
I thought we were keeping things light.
It's just a question.
A depressing question.
I'd let her tell me.
But that takes the fun out of life.
No, I think that makes life more fun. Like, I'd know how much time I've got. Now I can do all the things I ever wanted. Be with the people who deserve my time. And I'd never be scared, because I'd know the ending of my story.
I wouldn't want to know. I feel like if I did, I'd never be able to enjoy anything because I'd just be counting down the days until it's all over. You can't keep hurting yourself.
I know.
You know? But are you gonna stop?
I don't want to lie to you. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna feel once I get back to school. I don't know if I'm gonna see something stupid that reminds me of Jonay. I don't know anything. Thought I was done with this shit after the last time.
If that's how you're gonna act, then you need to get some help. If you don't want me coming down there, if you want to handle this on your own, you can't turn to self-harm. Would you want me doing that to myself?
Man, don't even ask me that.
Well, I could do without seeing the cuts on your arms then. You really gotta try, okay? If you can't do it on your own, then talk to someone. It'll help more than you think.
So now I gotta be one of those people? Visiting the shrink for my weekly breakdown? Yeah, sign me up.
What's with the snarky shit? Like counseling is beneath you? Get over yourself. I wish I could find whoever started this wave of demonizing those in need of therapy so I could give them an ultimate purple nurple. But no, listen to me. Seeing a counselor does not make you crazy, alright? It makes you smart. Are you really gonna look at my hand and not give me some dab? Cold in the midst of freeze, man. Hey. So, since you're covering some new ground, you want to try working on your parents' speech again?
Man, why don't you write it? You're the orator of the group.
They're not my parents, they're yours. Look, I know they don't deserve a speech celebrating their marriage. I know they were awful to you and they should be in jail, but they're not. Look, Will Smith once said, hate in your heart will consume you too.
Did you really just pull out Will Smith on me?
It was suitable. Look, I think your parents will have a nice spot in Hell's VIP, but that does not mean you can't make peace with them. Now look, if you want to cut them out of your life completely, I support that, but you still talk to them. You still let them pay for your education and housing. You agreed to come here. You agreed to write a speech for them. Whether it's fake or not, you like this side of your parents. They're Kingston and Faith to me, but it's mom and dad when they're around. I am not saying you three gotta bake Christmas cookies and knit sweaters. But if they want to spoil you, let them. If they want you to write a speech, do it. Tomorrow you get free food, free alcohol, and you get to look sleek. And I never said the speech had to come from the heart.
What happened to Tuck the Sincere?
Emmy, your parents can suck a cactus too. But they did create you, so I can't hate them fully.
Yes, you can. You think it's still here?
What?
Right where I left it. I was looking through this the day before I left for college. Man, my handwriting was pig slop.
No, your handwriting is pig slop.
Oh shit.
What is it?
My Friend Tucker by Hamilton Young, grade 2.
I remember that.
When I'm sad, he makes me glad. When I'm mad, he says, that's bad. We play games, we have fun. I love him more than anyone. He makes me laugh, I make him laugh. I'm a rhino, he's a giraffe. You can't see him, but he's real to me. Bestest friends forever, Tucker and Hammy. Are we getting emotional right now? Yeah, okay. You're getting soft in your old age, Tuck. Come on. Just come on.
We gon' laugh, we gon' fight, we gon' smile, we gon' cry. We will get through the night together. We gon' laugh, we gon' fight, we gon' smile, we gon' cry. We will get through the night together. Imagine that, imagine me, another friend. I know your pain, I know your needs, I understand. If you have an issue, tell a friend. Haven't seen you in a minute, where you been at? Thinking of our childhood, I reminisce a lot. I think of us when we would talk, things I miss a lot. I know you're broken from the past, I can fix a lot. Went to school, now you're back with a thicker plot. Pretty faces on your mind, you need some thicker thoughts. Fall in love with how she gives, not for what she got. Scars on your arm, scars in your heart. Got the stitches when it all falls apart. Faith in the light, faith in the dark. Never finish, only back to the start. We gon' laugh, we gon' fight, we gon' smile, we gon' cry. We will get through the night together. We gon' laugh, we gon' fight, we gon' smile, we gon' cry. We will get through the night together. You've been fighting for a while, I know you're tired now. Trauma wasn't in your plan.